So we're back with another Rants review, and this time we're checking out Tiny Epic Game of Thrones from the Op Games in collaboration, of course, with Gamelin and HBO to make this a great product. Let's open this up and I'll talk about how to play the game. So just so you know, the game does play with about 1 to 4 players. They say a game can take about 60 minutes, and they recommend ages 13 and up. And we'll go over why that is. I really like the design. There's your manual. Little meeples. Such good production on this. I love the wood tokens. There's your Iron Throne. You've got dice that are custom made for the game. Hero tokens. Really nice. You've got coins to represent gold. You've got deck cards. And then you've got your actual map cards. So let's take this and set up the board. So each player gets 4 of the plot cards in their hands, specifically added with their character card in their hand, which they can choose to play if they want, and those will sit in their hands. You have, in this version, a 2-player game, but you can do up to 4 players. They are active players. You place one of their power tokens and their hero in their territory. And then all of the NPCs, which will always include House Aaron, get 3 of their power tokens onto the field of their territories. They also have hero cards, but that's something that we'll come into a little bit later, as well as alliance abilities, which we will also talk about later. You choose someone to be the first player. We're going to say House Lannister is, and then they're going to roll all 5 of the dice. The next player, which would be House Stark, will get to choose a dice that they want to place in the bottom of the bin, as well as one to take for themselves. So all these dice have abilities on them, and we actually rolled pretty much a lot of them. We've got the March, Sail, Event, Whispers, and March card. Now, that doesn't really come into play as to what they're going to do specifically, but you get to pick them because they give a bonus action to someone else. So for instance, let's pick the March for him to place here, and we'll pick the Whisper card for him to take for himself. Then the hand goes back to Lannister, who then chooses to pick the Sail card, and now these as well. So now on his turn starts. He is going to place his first token, which will be March, and he's going to place that on Recruit. So because of that, I can actually purchase up to 2 of my guards because of that, but unfortunately, I'm not going to buy 2 because I already have 1 territory and 2 people there. You can only have a total of 3 forces on any given place, including your hero. Now, for the March, I'm going to choose to move 2 forward, which will allow me to go boop, and then here, into this domain. Now, that's going to automatically start a war between me and a non-player character, the House Greyjoy. Now, I can play a card for free from my hand as my boon to boost the combat. And when going up against an NPC, you actually will take a card off the top of the deck for their card. For my player's cards, it's going to be a 5 added to their combat strength, and for theirs it's also a 5. So unfortunately, they got a really good power card to help them on this, so I am not going to win. So what's going to happen here is that is 3 plus 1, which is 4, plus 5 equals 9. Mine is only 2, plus 5 equals 7. So I'm going to lose one of my troops, and then I retreat once to a neighboring territory. Now, because I have a person in this territory, I can actually pick up this undefended castle, and I have this region. Now, on my turn, I'm now going to play the event card. Now, I can't play Recruit again because recruit's already been played. So I'm going to play this one on event, which allows me to play an event card from my hand. I'm going to do deal making, which is take one power token from one or two non-player houses and pools, paying one for each, and then add them to your ally pool. So I will pay both to get one of House Greyjoy to my ally pool, and one of House Baratheon. And that's my event. This is a discard card now. And now, because this dice has an event on it still, I can also do an optional event. I would definitely love some more money, so I will play the event Banish to the Watch, which allows you to move your hero to Castle Black and gain 3 gold. And so that'll be my turn. Now, his player can now choose to do the optional options on these dice pools. On his turn, he gets to place his tokens on the board as well, and those all affect all players. So while he'll only get the plot option, I will get the whispers option, which allows me to discard as many cards as I want from my hand to gain a gold and then draw back up to 4. Nice cards. Now I can take the option of also doing the march and sailing, which is really cool. I will do the sail, which allows you to move up to 2 spaces, 2 tile boards to any space that's adjacent. So 1, 2, I'll go to Blackhaven. Lose control of that piece. And what that's going to do for me now is I'm now on a fiefdom that has a gold, which is really important for me for income phase. Then for the march, I will march back to my kingdom. Because I wanted to keep something there in that area specifically, just because for me personally, that's my home. So why would I want to get rid of it? Yeah, so that is that turn. Now it's the other player's turn. So they can choose to move if they want to. They get a plot, they get a whisper, they get an event card, as well as those 2 additional ones. So on their turn, they're going to use this card for a ploy. Right here on the top, it's got the House Lannister and the House Greyjoy. So they're going to spend 1 gold to take a Greyjoy pawn in their ally pool. For the actual Whisper, they are going to discard these 2, drawing 2 and gaining 2 gold. They're going to sail with both their forces to down here to Highgarden. And that puts them at a total of 3 combat, attacking a 4 combat. they're going to place down their card, which they get to use for free, and this card will represent the opposing side. And unfortunately, they are defeated once again, losing a token. And being forced to retreat. That's brutal. For the event, they're going to play Element of Surprise to remove one of the pieces from that area. And then for their march, they're going to march in. And now it's 2 against 3. And unfortunately, they defeat the hero, but luckily you do get some money when the heroes are defeated to go back onto your tracker, which is nice. But that was brutal for that round. A lot of wars not won. Oh. So now we finish round 1. We go into the next phase. All right, so check your alliances. If you have more than 2 of them, then you gain the shield as long as you have the most of those alliances. Then cull heroes down to 2 in your ally pools, putting them back where they belong. Then you gain gold for your fiefdoms, which for the Lannisters will gain 1 from their fiefdom. Nothing from the Black Rock. Gain benefits from the Force track and pick up any hero cards played. So he gets 1 for having 1. There's no Force track open here, so unfortunately that is that. Now we will move the token for first player to the next player, and this up to range 2. Once you get to the stop between 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, you have these additional tokens. They are given to the player that is in the back of the rankings. They are going to specifically give them a +1 to any combat. So they get a victory point for every combat that they start once per round, which is really powerful because it can help getting you additional bonuses. Additionally, we're going to do with the person with the most controlled. Since we have the same amount of castles controlled, we both gain 2 points, which is tied. We don't have any of our objectives obtained, and we have no alliances, so no victory points there. All right, so the next round, we get to roll again. This player gets to choose his token. He's going to take that one. And he's going to place the Whispers here. They are going to take the Recruit and place the event there. He's going to choose to place his tokens Recruit and Recruit, so the other person can't get it. And Whisper and Move. Well, he is going to choose to put Recruit on Plot. So to start things off, this player gets to go first with recruiting. He is going to pay to place units in areas. He wants to place 2 units, so that will cost him 2 gold to specifically recruit 2 of his soldiers back to Winterfell, and then we'll pay the additional 3 gold. Well, actually, we'll keep one of them back, and we'll recruit our actual hero. So he's on the board for 3 gold. So he's going to march this one forward to 2, taking this piece here, and then he's going to recruit a second time, paying the 2 coins to get 2 more soldiers. Then he's going to use the Whispers. But he can't discard any cards, so he's just going to draw 3 cards. He can't recruit a second time because he doesn't have any money. So he will play the event. And that event we're going to do is take a move or sale action that would start a combat. And then if I win, I actually get extra pieces. So that's great. So actually going to move in once again and attack. Place this one down. Come on, low point, low point, low point. Whap, whap, whap. And retreat once again. That's brutal. That just keeps happening. All right, it's time for the next player's action. They only got the 1 token, which was for Whisper specifically. Discard that one to gain a gold. And draw up. We are going to recruit 2 gold. Let's place 2 tokens. Then we are going to march into there, 1, 2. Taking the full force. Play that card. Come on, low. Let's get a low one. Oh, thank goodness. So we have 3 plus 5 equals 8. They've got 1, 2, 3 plus 3 equals 6. So they are defeated. I gain 1 of their ally pool. Let's go 1 of everything. And they have to retreat. And I take the castle. Whew. That was brutal. Now if I want to, I can recruit again. Which I will. Make sure to keep track of the fact that if they cost more to recruit them, that's 2 more gold to recruit them. So then these 2 are going to go here. And I do get a victory point also for winning that battle against them. And then for my event, and I'm going to play Trial by Combat. Move a single one of your units into a domain with a single enemy unit to start a battle. Gain 1 additional victory than a normal scoring. So go in there. I want to play my card. They play there. It's a straight 1-to-1. So let's see if we win. Yes, 5-2. Defeated. And now I should gain an ally in the next round. That's pretty dope. For my last one, I'm going to use the Whispers. I do not discard any cards, but I get to draw up to 4 cards. Nice. Now we go to the next scoring system. All right, so do we have any allyships? Yes, I officially have the allyship of House Tyrell. So I get to add to my thing. Then we call the pools down to 2. Don't have to do that. And then next thing is we gain money for fiefdom or throne. My character here is in this fiefdom and this fiefdom, so we gain 2. You gain any benefits from the force track and pick up any hero cards. So that is 3 gold and 2 cards. So pretty good hand on this one now. For him, He doesn't have any value tracking. He's just got his 2 guys in there, and then the 1 guy in his kingdom. Now we basically also are going to, now we have to score again. So once again, we are tied. It is 2 for 2. So we're both going to go up 2. So yeah, so this is the way the game is played. You're slowly building up the characters, trying to gain more gold, more troops, more alliances to battle and control the area until you're able to finish the game at the end of the round 7. At the end of round 6, finishing it and taking all the points up, adding it, the one with the most points wins. It's a lot of fun. There you can play it, like I said, up to 4 players. You can also play it with a solo mode where they add enemy cards to play and different hero cards. But it's a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys pick this game up for yourself, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.